Hi, I'm Jo and I'm your online assessor. We're going to look today at chair measurements. So when you're looking at chairs online, there's lots of different random measurements like seat width, back height, but what do they actually mean and how do you know if you're going to fit into that chair? That's what we're going to try and unravel today. What you're going to need today: tape measure, a couple of post-it notes, a pen to write down your measurements, and some form of hardback book as well. How do you work out if a chair is wide enough for you? When you sit down, what you don't want to do is feel like you're not supported by the chair. So therefore the seat width measurement is quite critical because you want to be able to sit on a chair and you want to feel fully supported. So get your tape measure, and rather than trying to work it out by sort of putting it on top of your legs, the easiest way to do it is actually to sit on the tape measure. Adjust one side of the tape measure to the outside bit of the widest bit of your thighs, and then you can look on the other side and actually just see how wide that measurement is. I'm obviously not going to share mine, but then you can work and see. So when you're looking at the chair specifications, you can make sure that that chair is wider than you. When you were looking at chair seat depth, you actually want there to be about 2 to 3 centimetres behind the back of your knee and the chair. This is really important if you're shorter because you don't want that seat to be butting up against the back of your knees, otherwise you won't be comfortable. So the easiest way to measure it is actually put a book behind you so you've got a flat surface, and then you are measuring from the back of that to the crease of your knees, and that will give you the full measurement from the back of your bottom to the back of your knee. So this is about 49 centimetres in my case, so I wouldn't want a chair that's any deeper than 47 centimetres. Not all manufacturers will give you this measurement, but it might be useful to you to know roughly where your lumbar curve is. Now when we talk about lumbar curve, we talk about when the back dips in. So sit on a book so you've got a flat surface. You could do this sitting on the floor as well. Then you want to take the tape measure, put it round behind you, sit up and then run up to where the tape measure as to where you're feeling the curve. Then you want to bring the tape measure back round again, and then that will give you the rough approximation of where your lumbar curve is. Looking at the back height of a chair, I just want to make a quick point before I show you how to make the measurement or how to take the measurements. A lot of people get obsessed with saying, oh, I really want my shoulders to be supported. You can see this chair here comes up to my shoulder height, but look, when I sit upright, the chair doesn't come anywhere close to my shoulders. In essence, to actually get my shoulders onto the chair, I'd have to be sitting like this, and nobody sits like that. But you do want to know roughly how high a chair is going to come up to your back, and you want to get support up to about your mid-shoulder blades. So this is how you do it. Easiest way to measure the back height is actually to sit on the floor, because then effectively you're measuring up to the floor, from the floor up to your shoulder height. If you can't sit on the floor, I'd suggest sitting on a chair or even a stool would be preferable, but you have to mark the height of that stool. So sit on the floor, take a post-it note and then reach round and pop it where your shoulder height is. Now this is a fabric wall, so it might not stick, so I'm just going to hold it in place. Then you're going to take your tape measure and you're just going to measure from the floor up to that post-it note. So my back height, or my measurement from surface to shoulder, is about 60 centimetres. The final measurement I'm going to show you today is how to take the measurement from elbow to elbow. This is really good because it helps you to know whether or not the width of the armrests is suitable for you. Now, If you're very small, you want the armrest to come in close enough so that you're actually getting support out of your arms. But also, if you're larger, you want to make sure that those armrests actually are further enough apart so you don't feel like you're being squeezed in between the two armrests. So how do you do it? Again, stand up against a wall. You can use a pen if you're not fussed about your paintwork, but take a post-it note even. Take a post-it note, put your elbow down against the wall and then just pop the post-it note here. Don't move. Grab the next post-it note, other hand, put your elbow down, rotate round, put the post-it note here. So put them down securely and then just measure between the two post-it notes. So my width is 49 centimetres, so I'm looking for armrests to make sure they come in at least that close as well, because you don't want your armrest to be out here, otherwise there's no point in having them. Hopefully this has helped you work out what measurements are important to know and how you can apply your measurements to see whether you fit into certain chairs. If you have any problems at all, give us a call in the office, as we're really used to deciphering which person would be good for which chair. If you've liked this video and found it useful, can you please do me a favour and just press the like button wherever it is. It really helps other people find us on YouTube. And also, if you can share it with one other person as well. My aim is to try and do myself out of a job, because everyone is going to be sitting working comfortably.